Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the Fresh Squeeze Little Baby Pod.
Fuck off.
Where we bring all the freshness and all the squeeziness. And where we talk about everything but accomplish nothing at all. You already knew that. I'm Parker.
I'm Cody.
We're here to talk to you about all sorts of things today.
Wonderful things that we're going to speak about.
As I pinch Cody because he's not wearing any green.
Fuck yourself. I got green all over.
Right on the nip.
Fucking whole green shirt. God damn it.
Doesn't count. That's like a neon green.
No, fuck off. It's green. Green is green is green. Matter of fact, you got no green on, dude. Go
Hey,
get the
dude,
old
come on.
nip.
My panties are green.
I can't believe you because I ain't going to look. Anyways, like he said, we're in the store for a long, illustrious podcast. The longest running episodic podcast here on the Juicebox Heroes YouTube channel.
Yep, of course. It's the
Yeah,
only
I
one.
mean, episode number 4.
Little Baby Pod.
Yeah, we're ready for
growing
it.
up.
Anyways, let's talk about this thing. I saw it was a Facebook ad, weirdly enough, but I clicked on it while I was at work because I was bored, and I was like, okay, let's check this out. It's talking about the fact that the Switch doesn't have any apps, like killer apps. Basically, what I mean, like Netflix, Hulu, Twitch, YouTube, stuff like that. The Switch didn't launch with any of that stuff. And a lot of people didn't. I don't know if a lot of people knew that or not, but it still doesn't have them. So they talked about Reggie Fils-Aimé talked, who's the president of Nintendo America. He was talking to somebody that did the interview. It was a Washington. I want to say it's a Washington Post, maybe that they did an interview with, and he said that they're not interested in. He said that the apps are coming, but they're not. Their main focus is not for these apps. Their main focus is the games, and they thought that bringing the apps, in or making that a primary focus would distract from the games.
See, that sounds but that's just a way trying to cover their ass about why they launched it without it. Because they wanted to launch it with. I'd say they really wanted to launch it with Zelda, which is a smart move. So they Zelda waited and they had to hurry up. And I mean, it didn't even have a browser.
I mean, I wouldn't say that it's a big deal. I think it's better that they launched it without it. I mean, it'd be nice to have it, and then once we get it, it'll be nice, But I think the fact that they realize that, there's 100 things out there that you can run Netflix, YouTube, and Hulu off of. You already have them in your house, obviously. What's the purpose? What's the point of having something, coming through that's gonna do the same thing over again? Like they want to make something that's going to, I guess, do something that you can't do already in your house. That's provide these games.
Yeah, but I still think they're just trying to. I mean, that's just him trying to cover their ass. To be honest, I mean, because think about it. What if somebody was just a total Nintendo guy, had nothing else, didn't have a smart TV? Because some people that don't, and say like they watched Netflix, they watched Hulu on their whatever on their last Nintendo, like Wii U. Say they watched it on there, okay, and then they went and sold their Wii U or traded the Wii U in towards the Switch. And they were all excited and get it, and they got done playing Zelda for the first day. And they sat down to go to sleep, like in their bedroom or something. And they try to watch some Netflix, and it's like, oh, well, it didn't have shit on there.
I mean, you should know that, I guess.
No, because every game system should have that nowadays, because they know that people do that.
I mean, they will. I mean, obviously they're going to have that, but I'm glad. Honestly, I'm glad that they launched it without it. I'm glad they focus on the games. Right now, there aren't many games for the Switch. It's pretty bare bones as far as the offering goes, but they'll probably get after probably in the end of April. They might put in the Netflix, the Hulu, and the YouTube, and the Twitch, and the Amazon stuff. All that crap will probably come in, but I would much rather use the Switch as a hardcore gaming device, and turn the Xbox on or use my computer to watch my media. Like I would rather the Switch hit hard with games and become a success that way, rather than it be judged. You can't judge a console based on if Netflix is on there. There's no way you could do that because it's
right.
not.
What I'm saying is he's just covering his ass. What I'm saying, like I'm not saying they didn't focus on the games, because they obviously you should as a gaming system, but I mean they were rushed for time and didn't have time to focus on the apps. And of course, you're going to do games first, because why else would you make any other apps for a gaming system?
Well,
and so he was like, "Oh, well, this is because we just really wanted to focus on the games, and they're coming later." That's bullshit. They just didn't have time to make them, so they were like, "Okay, yeah."
Well, like I don't think I don't think that I'm pretty sure this is the way it works. I don't think that Nintendo themselves, I don't think any game system themselves develop the app. I think it's the app, like Netflix has a team of developers and coders that make the apps for the systems. So I think it's the fact that they just didn't want to they didn't license, for an app to be made and put on the Switch yet. I don't think it's that Nintendo had dragged their feet, because I'm like 99.9% sure that they don't create the apps themselves. Um, I'm pretty sure that the publisher like Netflix and Hulu make those themselves. But I myself, maybe I'm in the minority here, but I myself, I'm glad that they're focusing on the games hardcore with the Switch. I want the Switch to have the most quality games that it can. I want it to hit hard with good quality titles. I don't want a bunch of shovelware on there, and I know it's coming. It comes to every Nintendo system because. Basically the way that all works out is that they look at Nintendo as a system that a lot more children have, and their parents are a lot more likely to buy something for the child that's like looks fun, but it's really not. It's just shovelware. But anyways, I don't want to talk about that because shovelware is a whole different situation, and I'm not looking to get into it. It's just a bunch of crap. That I don't want to speak about. So let's move on to Xbox backwards compatibility. We were talking about this a little bit before the podcast happened. I wanted to, because they just made Street Fighter 4 backwards compatible. Really awesome move, in my opinion. Because Street Fighter is a huge game, and the fact that we don't have Street Fighter 5 on the Xbox is it's crazy that they don't have it on the Xbox.
Yeah, it is.
I'm pretty sure. I know it's on PS4 exclusively. Well, maybe exclusively, but I thought it was on PC as well. I'm gonna search that while we talk about it a little bit. But Street Fighter is one of those games that everybody in tournaments takes really seriously.
I've always been shit at it.
Yeah,
it's a really fun game.
I freaking suck.
In most
at Street
in most
Fighter.
fighter games, I'm actually pretty bad. So there just must be a meta with them I don't understand. But I end up being like your little cousin, just button smashing, trying
Yeah,
trying to win. That's basically what I do. But yeah, I mean, I don't know the backwards compatibility thing. I feel like they're slowly making games backwards compatible, and there's been some good ones, but there's also been some ones that hardly, I bet anybody's played, and maybe it's because they're like they're trying to push those games a little bit more.
Yeah.
If you see one's backwards compatible, then of course you're gonna try it and be like, all right, well, whatever. I guess I can buy this for fucking $5, $10, and try it out like a little little off-brand game.
yeah.
But I mean, I feel like they're slowly doing it. Like I wish they would have done it a lot sooner. Had a lot bigger library of backwards compatible a lot sooner.
Yeah, I mean they released it. They released the backwards compatibility program on November the 12th of 2015. So we're coming up on 2 years towards the end of this year, 2 full years of backwards compatibility. And I remember when they first brought it in. I have the first game. Well, maybe I have the second game. I'm not sure. I have either Kingdom of Kelflings or a World of Kelflings. I'm not sure, but a lot of things you'll notice with the backwards compatibility list is a lot of these games are Microsoft Studios games, and a lot of them are Xbox Live Arcade games.
Yeah.
And for the most part, a lot of those are not good. But Microsoft already owns the rights to them. They don't have to, go through the third party and be like, hey, can we make this game backwards compatible? Are we able to do that? Because like if you look down through the list, I mean, we have some games published by Capcom, games published by EA, Sega, and stuff like that. But they're few and far between. For the most part, all of the games that are backwards compatible are Microsoft Studios games. There's a couple really, good ones in here. Like Battlefield 3 is backwards compatible. That's a really good game. Battlefield Bad Company 2 just recently, I'm pretty sure, became backwards compatible. There's a lot of good games on here on the list that I'm looking at. For one, I know about Bioshock Infinite. I played that on my YouTube channel a little while ago. But it's a really good game, and it's like they give you one awesome backwards compatibility game, and make it available to you. But then the other ones, it's like for every one good one, there's like 3 or 4
Yeah,
crappy ones
just-
that you don't care about.
Yeah, they're like just filler. They're just filling it up so you can So you could say you can't say that they don't have any or
Yeah.
a big selection, but most of them are shit. I mean, one I'm really glad like the Fable series. I fucking love the Fable series, and they made Fable backwards compatible, and I played the shit out of it. I did have trouble actually with backwards compatibility on that one. Like I lost my save like fucking 3 times, and finally I quit. I quit even trying.
Was it because of, like, the cloud service?
I don't know what it was. It might have been something wrong with the install. But I uninstalled it and haven't installed it back yet. So I want to install it back and see if it fixes my problem. But yeah, I lost it like 3 times. Kept losing my save. So I just said fuck it.
Yeah, I don't know with this backwards. I love the fact that we're making games backwards compatible. Like they made Black Ops 1 backwards compatible. Great choice, like a really good game. They got Halo Reach, which is a good game, but the problem with Halo Reach is one I want to talk about really quick because it's one of those games that like I love and I had a great time when it was new. It's one of my favorite Halo experiences. Honestly, I think I had the most fun playing it than I had playing any game. But let's talk about like the fact that when you make a game backwards compatible, I don't know if they know that it's going to run well or bad, and I don't know if the game runs bad, if they still release it or not, like to release the update to make it backwards compatible. Because let's talk about Reach for a second. On Reach, if you play Halo Reach on the 360, it's pretty good. It runs at 30 FPS, it's fine. And it's completely playable. But if you install it on the Xbox One, it runs probably, I don't know, like 15 FPS. It sucks. It's so hard to play.
Yeah.
And I know it's because they're different hardware is the only thing I can think of. But it runs so lethargic. It's the worst. It's one of the worst experiences of a backwards compatible game that I've played. And I don't know if it's something that they know about. I mean, obviously they know about it, but I don't think they know about it beforehand, before they put the work in. And I don't know if they know about it when they put the game out and they're like, okay, well, we made this game backwards compatible. We don't know. We know it doesn't run well, but we're going to go ahead and release it anyways.
Might as well release it because they
Yeah.
put the work in. So.
Yeah, just I guess a way to bring it a little bit more of that exposure. What's cool is, and I want to talk about as well, since we're on this topic of the Xbox One, I guess, the games with gold. The games with gold is infuriating, man. Like, it's cool that they offer the games for free. It's really awesome they offer the games for free, and I'm thankful for that, because a free game every month, 2 free games every month. Actually, is it 2 or 3?
Sometimes it's 3. So I don't know if it's 3 all the time, but I've seen it to where it's 3.
I'm pretty sure. I want to say they run one game for 30 days, and then they rotate a second game out every 15 days.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah.
And then there's a 360 game as well. So you get 4 games free a month, 3 on the Xbox One and 1 on the 360. I wish that you could download, and you can on the computer, but I wish you could download the 360 title on your Xbox One from the Xbox One.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Like, you have to either hook up your 360, download it there, and then you have to reinstall it on your Xbox One because it shows that you've bought the game or, downloaded the game. You could do it on the Xbox website, but what I don't like is from the past, I don't like putting my credit card information on the Xbox and the PlayStation markets. Like, I don't like that. Parker has a horror story. You want to tell that horror story?
Yeah, well, basically, I mean, they didn't get much money off of me, but my bank contacted me. I had it on. It was when I actually had the PS4, and I was playing a lot of FIFA, a lot of Ultimate Team, and I was buying, spending a little too much money on Ultimate Team packs. But yeah, they that was the first instance I had with this. The bank contacted me. I had to get a whole fucking new bank account number and shit like that. And then the Xbox story I have is I had it connected, and I usually just pay with my gold subscription with cards, because I just get people get them for me. They'll get me like a 12-month for Christmas or 12 months for my birthday or whatever, because they know I play Xbox. So that's how I usually do it. Well, I mean, for whatever reason, this year coming up, I didn't get one. So I was like, all right, whatever. So I'll just go buy one at some point or something, and it didn't tell me, Xbox Live didn't tell me I was running out or nothing like that. And then they tried to run a credit card that I didn't, or not a debit card, but they tried to run a card that I didn't have anymore.
Yeah.
And then so they wanted me to, and then I got a card because I didn't know this happened, right? It just said, I couldn't connect the live. So I was like, okay, I'm out of live. I'll go buy a card. So I went and bought a card, and I go to put it in, and then they try to tell me that, well, since we tried to charge this card here and it didn't go through, you got to pay that too. And I was like, fuck yourself. I'm not gonna, I was like, you, for one, and expiration date was bad. You know what I mean? They should at least their system or somebody should have saw like, oh, well, don't run this card.
Right.
It's just going to decline. So they wanted me to pay the extra money. So I was like, you know what? Fuck you. I took my card I just bought and made a new fucking account, which hurt me because I had that account.
Yeah, it sucks.
I had that account for like what, 6-7 years?
Yeah, something like that. Crazy. Like since 2000, I think we made that in 2008, 2009. But it sucks that they would do something like that. Like what did they tell you? Like if you pay, you have to pay the $60 for the chargeback, and then they'd let you have your account back, like you have your gold back or whatever. The only saving grace for that is you could download your games from your other account, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that ended up working out that way, which I was worried it wasn't going to because like I didn't know if it worked that way if you didn't have a live subscription on both accounts, but it did. So
that's lucky. I mean, at least you didn't lose the games, but it's so shitty like that they would do something like that. And it's honestly like also not only do I not trust them, but PlayStation 4 especially, like the PlayStation Network gets hacked all the freaking time.
yeah, it seems like it's really easy to fucking hack. You'd think they'd fix that, like do something about it, but it's like it seems like every fucking couple months somebody's hacking into it.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't want to put my stuff on there, because I have a Vita, I have a PS3, and I have a PlayStation TV. I'm not gonna put my information on there whenever this thing is getting hacked every like freaking couple months. It seems like it's getting hacked, or there's a new story about something that like PSN got shut down. Microsoft has had it happen a couple times to the Xbox, definitely not as much as the PlayStation has had.
Yeah, wasn't it those superhero hackers that remember that Christmas?
The Lizard Squad.
Yeah,
they shut down the what was it? Was it the both of the systems or was it just one?
Yeah, on Christmas Day they shut both of them down.
Yeah, shut them both down. But like the fact that it's so easy to do that, like obviously it was like 2 or 3 guys that shut the whole thing down. Like it's not secure.
Yeah.
I would much rather, like, the only way that I purchase live is I go on Amazon, I buy my card digitally through there, and then I input the code on my Xbox. I'm never going to put my credit card number or anything like that, my debit card number, anything on the Xbox, or I'm not going to put it on a game system straight up. I put it on, now given I have put it on the Nintendo, but I think the hackers are more like, why are we gonna mess with that Nintendo? Like, a couple million people on there. We got fucking like 10 million people on the Xbox and like 15 on the PlayStation. So, it's so sketchy. Like, I don't know. Like, you would think that like at this stage in I guess human evolution, like with all this technology going on, that there'd be such high firewalls and stuff to block hackers out of servers like that. But honestly, I don't know if it's that they're so smart they figure out ways around it, or if the security is just not there, like they don't care enough to input security like that.
Yeah.
Into the systems, which is sad if that's the case. If you'd rather have your customer stuff stolen, that sucks.
Yeah.
That fucking sucks. It's like yeah, we want your money, and then we're gonna give your money to these hackers by not setting up a high enough security. But let's talk about movies, TV, YouTube, Twitch, things of that nature. Things that moving pictures. Let's talk about those.
Moving pictures.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Are you gonna go see the Logan?
I don't know.
I've heard mixed things. A lot of people like it though. So I think I might go. I've been trying to keep away from spoilers, so I can go see it and judge it on my own accord instead of having people tell me what happened in it.
Right.
But I don't know, man. I don't know if I like it or not. And honestly, it's probably gonna be sad because isn't it Hugh Jackman's last?
Yeah, it's his last Wolverine movie. Honestly, he couldn't do it forever. Like,
oh, he can't keep his body.
He's looking old.
I mean, and he's in fucking fantastic shape, but you can't keep. You can't be 65, 70 years old and still be ripped like that and pull off Wolverine.
Yeah, like I don't think he's that old. I'm
No,
pretty
saying,
sure.
I'm saying like if it
Oh
kept
yeah,
going.
yeah. But I don't know. Like Wolverine's always been that character in the cartoons too, in the comic books. He's an older guy. You know, he's about Hugh Jackman's age.
Yeah.
But I think at a point, like in acting, anyways, after so long, you just feel like there's nothing else that you can add to the character. Maybe like same thing with Iron Man with Robert Downey Jr. He said that like there's not really anything else that he can think that he can add to the character. You know, and he plays it like I could not imagine anybody else as Iron Man, and I don't think Marvel Studios could imagine anybody else as Iron Man. So they'll probably not cast an Iron Man again. I don't think, anyways. I think they'll pretty much phase him out, maybe.
Well, I wonder what they're gonna do for Wolverine, because I mean, he's like a big character, right?
Yeah.
But I can't picture anybody being him besides Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, there was a picture that I saw a couple weeks ago online. It was like a few different people lined up side by side, and they were like, "Who could do a picture as Wolverine next?" One of them was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't even remember." It's the guy that played. It's Thor's brother. What is his name? Like not Thor, but the character. I don't remember. I don't remember the actor's name. He was in shit. I can't remember the name. He was in Ghostbusters, the new Ghostbusters movie. He was like the nerd character.
Yeah, but who watched that?
No, yeah, nobody watched that. I mean, it wasn't because the women actors, it wasn't because of that, but it's because
Sure it wasn't.
it's because I'm faithful to the '80s.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've always felt that way about movies in general. Like, speaking of the same like type of thing, is like when I grew up, James Bond was Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, best. He's the best James Bond, hands down.
But I think everybody growing up with whoever was in that character, that's who they say is the best. Like, I don't know about this. I don't know if it, like little kids now watching this guy. What's his name? Fucking British guy. British blonde haired guy.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
He looks nothing like I would picture a James Bond to look like at all. So
yeah. Pierce Brosnan pulled it off great. Like I love Sean Connery as James Bond.
Yeah, I do too.
Like
but
he was really good. But Pierce Brosnan just embodies the character. Like he looks the character.
Yeah.
Even now, like I think he could pull it off now, and he's in his 60s. But I watched him in what was that movie? Freaking chick flick, Mamma Mia. I watched him in Mamma Mia like way back when, and he still looked like he could pull the
You
character
think it
off.
was James Bond in there?
I mean, that's all I could imagine the whole time I was watching it. Like it was so good. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, actors just can't play the same role forever. And I know there's some that do, and for the most part, they go down, down, and down until eventually, like they stop making the movies. But at some point, it's time to move on. Give somebody else the reins. I think I would have loved to have seen. We're bad with names today, dude. I can't remember.
Shit.
What's his name? Plays Toby
Maguire.
Tobey Maguire plays Spider-Man. Yeah. I would have loved to have seen Tobey Maguire play Spider-Man for the rest of time because he pulled the character off so well.
You know what's weird though? I feel like I don't know. Maybe I'm just like a loyal person. I'm way too loyal. But I feel like I haven't watched a Spider-Man movie since they changed it.
No, me either. I didn't watch the Amazing Spider-Man movie or anything like that.
Since he's not the Spider-Man, I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
And I say like the only exception. I don't know. Like I watched Batman movies when it was different Batmans. But like the Dark Knight. I mean that's a fantastic
Yeah.
one. Everybody's got to watch that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It's a hard thing for me to grasp is them to keep making movies and just change the actor. Like it's hard for me to get motivated to watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly, if they're gonna do it, why don't they just switch the actor every movie?
Yeah.
Well,
like at least the James Bond guys who do that movie, like I think they actually have like a set time span of how long they keep an actor as being James Bond because they've had like a bunch.
Yeah, they've had.
I actually heard that we might have our first black James Bond soon,
Huh.
which is pretty cool.
When are we gonna have the first female James Bond?
I don't think that'd work, dude.
Jeanette Bond.
Jeanette Bond. Jeanette Bond.
I mean, it could work. I mean,
What-
who are you to say that a woman can't do a good James Bond, bud?
What would be the perverted names for the male people then?
I don't know. Huge erection.
Octodicks.
There you go. Octodicks. Yeah, he's got 8 dicks. That's messed up. But yeah, I don't know. It sucks. But yeah, no more Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. No more Wolverine goes on WWE TV and sucks Randy Orton in the face.
It's dude. Honestly, I don't know. Hugh Jackman seems like such a nice guy too. I think that's part of it.
Yeah,
That I
dude.
feel so sad for him because I
Is it
mean
because he's Australian or
yeah,
whatever?
I don't know, man.
Like Australian people are just so nice.
I mean, I don't know. That's fucking
Throw another
that's
shrimp
Canadian,
on the Barbie.
Dude. That's Canadian.
Canadians-
Austrian shit. Australian
Ca-
people are assholes.
Canadians don't say throw another shrimp on the Barbie.
No, you dumb. I'm talking about being nice. The Canadians. Be nice.
Oh, okay.
Dude.
I was worried there.
Hey, speaking, just real quick, this had nothing to do with fucking movies, but or I guess it kind of does with YouTube. Have you seen that fucking video? It's on YouTube.
Pen, pineapple, apple pen.
No, dude. God,
That's a good one.
God.
That's a
is
classic.
that shit ever gonna go away?
No, I'm gonna keep it forever.
I mean, I think people, I still hear people saying it and shit. And
It's
mention it.
good stuff. I mean, it's a great movie, or not great movie, but a great,
Great
video.
movie, yeah.
I mean, it's a whole movie.
But anyway, have you
Hour
seen
and a
that,
half.
have you seen that fucking video in Australia of the guy? The guy's in a truck and he's driving by, right, and he sees like his dog. The kangaroo's got his fucking dog in a headlock.
Oh yeah.
And he runs over and punches the fucking
Yeah,
kangaroo in
fucking
the
socks
face.
the kangaroo in the mouth, and the kangaroo walks off. But the kangaroo just stood there for a second. He's like, you fucking want to go, bro? And like,
I was listening to somebody talk about this video. I can't remember who it was, but they said that it kind of makes sense because what are those like wild dogs called, like dingoes or something?
yeah, the dingo ate your
Like-
baby.
Yeah, dingo ate my baby. Yeah, but them and kangaroos are like enemies.
Right.
So it makes sense for the kangaroo to be there and like stumble upon a dog and be like, "Hey, motherfucker!"
And it's like, I'm fucking pissed at you.
Yeah.
You look like the guy I hate. Like, fucking. Hey, let's jump back to Spider-Man for a second, because I was thinking about this and like I realized how stupid of a casting decision it was at the time. Why did they think that it was a good idea to cast Topher Grace as Venom? Like Mr. That 70s Show himself. Why the hell did they have to cast Topher Grace?
That was Venom.
Yeah. They fucking cast goddamn Eric as a goddamn villain in a Marvel Studios movie. It's Spider-Man. What the hell?
Dude, I don't think so.
Dude, it totally is. I guarantee it. Go look at
I
it.
thought it was like a big, huge, bulky guy.
Yeah, fucking Topher Grace. I mean, he was a little nerdy ass bitch. Cast him as Venom. I guarantee it.
Shit. I tried to type in who played Venom. I put who played Topher Grace.
Who played Topher Grace? Topher Grace played Topher Grace. You're gonna see exactly.
Dude, it's not fucking. I don't know.
Dude, it's Topher Grace.
It says actually right here, Spider-Man 3. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. It does have Topher Grace in the fucking name. So
Yeah, Topher Grace.
that's fucking weird, man.
It's I'm telling you, it is weird. It's weird they chose him.
Because in the comics
He was-
and
it
stuff,
was-
Venom's like a big, like he was like an astronaut and shit. Like he was a big, like fucking jack dude, like awesome guy.
Yeah, I mean, Topher Grace came straight off of that 70s show into fucking Spider-Man stardom. And I don't know what the fuck they were thinking, because he single-handedly ruined the movie for me. Like, Spider-Man 3 sucked dick. Like, so much dick. Like, it was
Like,
so bad.
I'm gonna Google image Venom Topher Grace so I can actually fucking see what he looked like. Because
I mean, the CG character looked pretty good. Because obviously, you know, with a suit on, you can't see him. But I don't think Topher Grace is that good of an actor. And I think
Hey, dude,
he pulled off that 70s show because it was kind of more tongue in cheek and like, you know, kind of like less taken seriously. But you know, when you enter a Spider-Man movie, like something that big, you got to be a damn good actor to pull off like what you're trying to pull off.
Dude, you know what I'd like to see?
Tobey Maguire in that 70s show.
No, but that'd be hilarious.
Tobey Maguire is Eric in that 70s show.
That'd be hilarious. But I want to see a Venom movie. They should fucking make one. Because in the comics,
Origin
movie. I'm pretty sure he's like a. Well, in the comics, he's a bad guy at first, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then like Spider-Man helps get on the right track, and he actually ends up being a good guy using his powers. And Venom was always one of my favorite. I always thought he was super interesting. Like that's one thing I love about. Like I don't read a lot of comics. Like I probably should. I just I always say I don't have the time, but I probably do. I just don't
You
do
have
it.
plenty of time, dude. You just sleep too much.
Yeah, but I always was interested in reading like the backstories of all these fucking creations they had in the comic books and shit.
Yeah.
So, but like I was always interested in Venom. Like we had this big ass book that had all the backstories and shit in it.
Yeah.
At one point, and so like I used to sit there and just fucking read that. And Venom was a really cool character. It'd be cool to see him have a movie. Just something different from like the Spider-Man, Batman stuff. And then they got the Wonder Woman one. Is it out yet?
No.
But it's
But I know they cast like I forget what the fuck her name
Sheryl
is.
Crow?
No, it's not Sheryl Crow. But it's like she's not the stereotypical Wonder Woman. Like Wonder Woman's like a tall Amazonian like war princess and shit, and
Yeah.
like they cast this like short chick as her. Like, but I mean the chick is jacked the fuck up. Like she's huge. Like for a female stature. I compare somebody that's jacked basically to I think the woman with the best physique that I've ever seen, that's not like a bodybuilder, is somebody like Beth Phoenix from WWE
What about the
or
woman
Dana
who played?
Brooke,
What about the woman who played Xena in the Xena show?
China.
Dude, it was not China. That's a fucking
No,
myth.
I know it's not China.
Don't let Cody trick you. That's a fucking myth.
I know it's not China, but it looked like her a lot.
Yeah, it did.
I don't remember her name.
I mean,
though.
when I was younger, I fucking definitely thought it was her.
Yeah.
But that whoever played Xena was fucking jacked.
Yeah, but anyways, I mean, the chick is jacked, but I don't know how well she pull off the character. Well, I mean, we'll find out. I think she wasn't in. No, she wasn't in it.
I hope I hope it does good. Like the movie does good, because just for the sake of like we're talking about, we need to find more superheroes to make movies on, because you can't keep like recycling the same ones. It's
I
getting
mean,
less and
that's
less people
why
interested.
that's why Guardians of the Galaxy came out, and Guardians of the Galaxy turned out to be like one of the biggest hits of all time.
I can't wait for the second one. Man.
Yeah.
That was a really, really good really good movie. The first one was.
They're taking all these B characters
Making them
and like
stars.
making movies on them, like taking. I mean, I guess they're just gauging the interest, and I think they're taking advantage of the fact that, in order to make a big budget like A-list comic book hero movie takes a lot of time, whereas these guys that have never really been used before, like Suicide Squad, like never been used before in a movie, so they can spit something out a little bit faster. They don't have to develop the story so much because we've never seen that before.
Yeah. I want to speak on Suicide Squad for just a second, because a lot of people hated on it.
That's a great movie. Really,
I
fucking
thought
good
I thought it
movie.
was pretty good too. I mean, and I was actually into it. Like it takes a lot for like a movie to have me into it that way. But when it ended, like it was one of those ones where you're so focused on what the hell's going on, you're like,
Yeah.
wait, what the fuck? It's over.
I mean, it
Like,
was a Deadshot fucking movie, 100%. Like, it could have been. You could have not called it Suicide Squad. You could have called it fucking Deadshot.
Yeah, but I mean, I like it, and a lot of people were complaining about the Joker and stuff. But I mean, those people that are complaining don't understand that it was a different universe the Suicide Squad comics was in.
Yeah, a lot of
So
people
that
were pissed off too that the Joker wasn't a bigger part of the movie. But if they would have made the Joker a bigger part of the movie, and he wasn't in the comics, like he wasn't that big of a star in the comic book. If they would have made it about him, it would have just been fucking Dark Knight again.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, and a lot of people were pissed off about how he and like Harley Quinn looked, but in the comic book they were that way. They were more like urban, and I guess like gangster looking. But
Yeah.
in the comic book they were set in that way. Like it's not like they took like the Joker from Dark Knight and been like, all right, well we're going to change him and fit him in with the the new age people. But because that's in the comic, in the Suicide comic, that's how they were.
Yeah.
So and then he was more of like just like a crime boss in that comic book, and then that's how and they got him. You guys watch the movie, you know how it happened.
Right. How because he made a little cameo in that movie. What do you think about Ben Affleck as Batman? Do you think he pulls it off?
I don't know, man. I mean, I guess honestly, who was Batman when we were growing up? 'Cause I honestly can't remember. I don't. Like, I remember watching the movies, but
Batman when we were young was probably, I know George Clooney played the one. Val Kilmer, George Clooney. I feel like that's it. There was a little bit where there wasn't a movie for a while. Then Christian Bale took over. I don't know if Christian Bale only played the Dark Knight or if he was also in Batman Returns.
I can't remember.
I don't remember. I remember Batman Forever, and that was Val Kilmer, because I think it was Val Kilmer because that was the suit that had the bat nipples,
Mhm.
and Val Kilmer had fucking nipples that could cut diamonds. And I always thought that was a good movie because
because of the bat nipples.
Yeah, I thought it was a good movie because of fucking Seal was on the title track.
Seal, yeah.
Kiss from a rose.
Seal.
Is it On the Grave or On the Gray?
Uh,
Don't know. Fuck it.
Grave, I think.
Fuck it. We don't even
It's
know.
grave.
Yeah,
We're
whatever.
going with grave.
We're going. Final answer. Lock it in. Big bucks, no whammies. Let's talk about some other stuff that we've been watching. I've not really watched any TV this week or any movies. I've not really messed with any of that stuff. I've been watching a lot of YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, I always watch a lot of YouTube, but I actually found a good Netflix show. It's not a Netflix show; it's Sundance TV, which is weird because I've never heard of a good show from there.
Fucking Sundance, is that what they fucking put westerns on?
No, no, I think Sundance like Sundance Film Festival, right? Is that what that is called?
I think so.
Well, anyway, I think they have a channel, and I looked into it a little bit, and it might be like a channel for like actors that come up in that scene that want to try, or not actors, but like directors that want
Yeah.
to want to make shows, and so they give them a shot on there. And I'm telling you what, man, I watched the show thinking it was gonna be something completely different, but it was fucking fantastic. It's called Happen Leonard, and what's funny is the new season just started like yesterday, like 2 days ago, 15th.
Yeah.
So like we watched it right and ended it right before the new season started on TV. Of course, Sundance TV is like a channel hardly anybody fucking has.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm hoping I'm gonna be able to find a way to watch it because it's really fucking good. And what I think happened is they put it on Netflix to where more people could see it,
Right.
and like everybody fucking loved it because it's like 5 stars right now.
Yeah.
And so then they're like, oh shit, we should start advertising for the second one, so people get our channel and start watching it.
Yeah.
So I think that's what happened because I saw actually was eating we were eating B-dubs the other day, and right after we got done watching it and ended the first series, and we are like, man, that's weird how I've never heard that before. And as soon as we were talking about it, boom, right on the TV, Happen Leonard season 2. But I mean, it's pretty cool, and I don't want to ruin it for anybody. I'll just give you like a general basis of it. It's like they're two friends, and over the first season, you figure out how they became so close friends. One's white, one's black. It's set in like a country, like a rural town, and like they work as like rose pickers in the fields or something. And like they lose their work. Like apparently, like the guy comes and says, "Hey, we just got a load of Mexicans. You guys are fired." So they get to send him home.
Right.
Yeah,
Story of my life.
that's what it is. Yeah, they took our jobs. But anyway, so they were low on money, and they were, and throughout the story, you figure out how they became friends and why they're so close, and you figure out that Leonard is the black one. He's gay, but Hap is still like his best friend anyway and shit. And they take a job. Take a job trying to get some money, and a bunch of shit happens from there. But it's really good. And I thought it was just gonna be a one season and done thing, and then at the end it's like a cliffhanger. So there's gonna be a season 2, and then the day after that I saw it advertised on TV. So.
Right.
But it's it's really cool, and I'm glad. I almost didn't watch it, and I'm glad we did decide to try it out because once we tried it out, we watched the whole fucking season in one setting. So
Yeah. Yeah, maybe something to check out, something to look forward
yeah,
to.
it is.
I don't know. With me and TV, I'm smack in the middle of Gotham. I still watch Gotham a lot. I've not watched any this week because Ember, my girlfriend, she's been like knee deep in studying for finals and stuff, and it's one of those series that I started watching with her, and I don't want to watch and get further past
Yeah,
because then you have to rewatch episodes, and like you just want to keep watching the ones that you haven't seen. And with that show, it's like 40 fucking 8 minutes long every episode, so it's not like it's like sitting down and watch a movie every time you want to watch an episode.
yeah.
But I did notice that Sleepy Hollow is back on Hulu. I didn't realize it. I'm going to check that new season out. But I've been watching a lot of YouTube, but I've also been watching a lot of Twitch. And you could be like, man, everybody watches Twitch. But not everybody watches Twitch for the reason that I watch so much Twitch. Okay? On Twitch TV, there is a channel called Food. Okay? And it's basically Twitch Creative, the team at Twitch Creative, they licensed out a bunch of public TV cooking shows, right? So PBS. And it's all out of like Sacramento and, Washington and places like that, everywhere on the Western coast. And it's so great. Like it's stuff I'm telling you from like 94 to 2002. That's the earliest you get. Well, you get some that's like from 2012. It's only one show though, called A Taste of History. It's probably one of my favorite shows in there. It's called A Taste of History. It's the host is named Walter Stabe. He's an old dude, an old German dude, right? But he's awesome, and basically he's a cook that makes food the way that they did in the 1700s. He cooks on open fire.
That's cool.
With like cast iron stuff, and like he always cooks in these like historical places, so like historical kitchens. He'll go in there, build a fire in the freaking whatever it's called, I don't know, giant fireplace, but you cook in it. whatever it is. But it's really awesome. Like the whole channel is it's a cool because it's a whole channel dedicated to food. And what's awesome about it even more, that makes it little bit more entertaining to watch is the fact that you get to see all of the chat
Yeah.
and it's hilarious. Like people in that chat are ridiculously hilarious. Like everybody's like I don't know. Everybody, it's different than a lot of channels. Like you go in some Twitch streams and like it's all fucking trolls like insulting each other and like saying how shit the gameplay is and stuff like that and all that. And, like everybody just being pissed off and like trolly. But in this one, it's more like people cracking jokes and stuff. It's like it's more fun, honestly, to watch the chat than to watch. Like I listen to the shows and watch the chat for the most part. But
Wow.
it's really cool. I also watch a guy on there plays Rust, and I would really love to play Rust, but I don't think my computer's fast enough to run it. But I don't know, maybe. But Rust is like it's like a kind of like H1Z1, but not with a deadly virus. It's
Yeah.
basically you just start out with nothing, and you have to build up stuff like kill people and take their stuff. But a guy on the Twitch that plays Rust, and he's like the number one Rust guy is Shacky HD. He's freaking hilarious, dude. Like so fucking funny. He has a YouTube channel. He puts all these like little clips on, and I shared one in the group chat the other day, but I don't think anybody watched it. But it was like the story of Jonathan and Godzilla or some shit like that. It was fucking hilarious. But I don't know. I put Twitch on because it's something that easy to listen to, something easy to watch, and I don't have to pay that much attention to it because for the most part, it's the commentary that I like the most.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that's missing from television. I can put something on, like Bob's Burgers. I've already watched them all, so I can put an episode on and just listen to it and be fine. But for the most part, when I'm like editing a video or I'm cleaning up something, I'm doing some laundry or eating dinner or something, I just want to listen to something. I put Twitch on.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know of any movies that I'm looking forward to. Even Logan, it's cool, but I'll probably wait until it comes out on DVD to watch it. Nothing in the theaters, definitely not in the short run that I can think that I even want to see.
I want to see that Get Out movie. It's got great reviews, so
Hmm. Maybe I just don't like going to the movie theater. Maybe that's the problem. I did watch 50 Shades Darker
that's so
back on Valentine's Day. That shit was lit as fuck, dude.
wow.
It is fucking good.
No, it's not, dude.
It wasn't a porno like I thought it was gonna be.
No, it's not.
It's fucking good. Fuck off, dude. Let's talk about music. What do you know about that music life? I myself caught the music bug a couple days ago.
Yeah, we're trying to hop back on that.
Yeah, we've not made a song. What's it been? A month or more?
Yeah, at least
Not 2 months, but not one
We
not
got-
1 month. We're
we
in the
got
middle.
we got one we haven't put out yet, so we need to do that. But as far as like actually making fresh new music and recording stuff, we haven't done in a while. So
We like to get back on it. The thing that sucks, man, is like I love making music, but it's getting everybody together is a hard part about it. Because the travel situations, I think,
yeah,
they don't want to come down here and we don't want to go up there, basically. So that kind of sucks. But it's more the fact that like I don't want to say, I don't want to seem like disingenuous or whatever, but like I don't like putting music out there, like putting all this effort in, and then it never gets viewed or something like that. So it's kind of disheartening a little bit when you make a song, and you're happy about it, you're proud of it, and we were talking about this before the podcast. It gets like freaking 27 views,
yeah,
and it's a grind. It definitely is a grind, but it's just when you've been at something. We've been at this for 2 years, and still that like there's no following. I mean, we do it for fun, we do it because we love it. So it's not really that much, but
I mean, it's just like everything else. Like when you see somebody, like say you see somebody like on your Facebook, and like somebody from your hometown or a guy you knew or something is like sharing something like, hey, you guys should listen to this song.
yeah,
Like most people are thinking, nah, no fucking thanks.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
maybe we're not
What-
look that.
Which is the same thing with YouTube. Where, we've gotten lucky and we've gained a little bit of a following right now. And,
Yeah.
and we get
I'm
steady
fucking
views.
happy about that.
Yeah, we get steady views, and we've gotten lucky, and we really enjoy it. But it's the same thing, even with YouTube side of it. You don't want to spam people, your Facebook friends, with shit like that, because most people are thinking like, oh, that guy's a fucking loser. I'm not gonna fucking do that.
Yeah, I mean, some people hit, some people don't in different areas. I guess that's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely glad that we're gaining this popularity. I don't know if I want to call it popularity more as I want to call it like
Just people watching.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm happy about it, dude. I'm fucking ecstatic about it. But we're gonna get back on that music grind. I have some beats in mind that I want to write to. Parker's working on one that he wants to write to, and we're gonna hit this fucking thing back again.
yeah, we need to.
WP music, more new music.
Yeah, we need more music, definitely. We need to start working on the second mixtape. We did have some success with the first mixtape, where it went trending on SoundCloud. But dude, speaking of SoundCloud, I feel like that's such a fucking shit website.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I'm sorry, but like even when we were just doing the music, right, and we were checking that every single day and shit, and
Yep.
trying to promote it on there, put it in groups on there. They took the groups part off of it now, even. But it's like the statistics, like they don't keep track of stuff very well. Like
No.
you go in there and it's one thing, you refresh a page, it's another thing. It keeps changing. So I mean, it's kind of hard to fucking believe what even the SoundCloud even says. But I mean, at the same time, like I don't know, I think we're gonna start putting it on our YouTube. We have a YouTube channel for our music also. We could put the link in the description if you guys want to check it out. So we're gonna start putting a lot of our stuff on there. Right now, we got a majority of our stuff on SoundCloud. But we're gonna start putting more on YouTube because I think that's an easier place to get people to listen.
A few months ago, I made sure that I uploaded every single song that we've made so far onto YouTube. So every song that has been created is on that YouTube channel. We'll definitely put it down in the description. You guys can check that out. I think we kind of made a misstep back when we started out music because we thought SoundCloud was this great platform. But really, I think we probably should have started out on YouTube.
Yeah,
A couple years ago, we probably would have had a better chance of people seeing it and being able to listen to it. So the problem with SoundCloud is it's freaking oversaturated to hell.
Yeah, plus
with people putting garbage out there, like garbage beats. Basically, it's one of those things that like sucks about. It sucks about websites like this, like YouTube and SoundCloud, and places like that, Bandcamp and stuff like that. Anybody can put anything they want out there. And a lot of people do put anything they want out there, and it's like they oversaturate the marketplace to the point where you got to get really lucky. You honestly have to. It has to be the perfect. The freaking stars have to align, dude. Like, you have to get the perfect storm.
Yeah, and it's not like everything we're doing that we have out right now is fucking top quality. I mean, there's stuff at our beginning our beginning of when we were making music that we laugh at now, But I mean, it's still fun to listen to. But I mean, you'll find some songs on there that aren't the greatest of ours, but I mean, it was early on, right?
It's cool to see where you come from to where you've gotten.
But I mean, we have two or three, like at least two or three songs I'm really fucking proud of. We got White Boy Lotto, which is fucking
that
good.
was our first
and
fucking
we own all
banging hit.
Yeah, we own all the rights to that song. We own all the rights to Email That Female, which is the latest like single we put out. And like that's one thing. It's like kind of I don't know if it kind of like discouraged me from making music. Like I've always been writing, but like as far as like trying to get the boys together and record, like Email That Female, I thought it was going to be like,
Yeah,
I thought it was going to be good
one.
because it sounds professional. I mean, all our verses are fucking tight, like nice vocals, and the hook is nice. The beat, of course, is nice. Shout out Jacob Lethal. We do a lot of business with him, but it just didn't. Nobody wants to click on it and listen to it. And I know, like I said, with trying to share it to people, I know it's fucking hard, especially in this area. For us, it's hard,
Right.
Because we're from. I don't think we've ever actually said where we're from on this channel, but we're from West Virginia. Okay.
Yep.
So as you guys could probably know, some of you might be listening, and be like, "What the fuck? Where the fuck's West Virginia?" Well, it's
Bunch of fucking cousins fucking each other. God damn
bunch
it.
of moonshine, country music, baby. Let's go fishing.
Yeah.
So it's a bunch of that shit. So around here, it really is hard to get people to listen. So it's difficult, but we're gonna keep doing it. And at the same time, we're proud to be from an area where it's if we do actually get somebody listening. And they're like, "Oh, these guys are actually good, even though they're from West Virginia." I mean, that fucking feels good, and that's the goal. That's the goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Like, it feels fucking good to be able to, get that viewership, and people are like, "Man, you're pretty fucking good." I'm like, "God, thanks." Like, fucking thank you.
And we've been to a few concerts, rap concerts, and we see the people that are opening. And I think like we could do a way better job.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't want to be a dick. We talked about our last concert experience on a podcast, a couple podcasts ago. But those guys, I mean, there was a couple that was pretty good.
Yeah.
But for the most part,
Fucking one arm band.
yeah, one arm bandit. That guy was fucking like dog shit. I don't know. I think he might have been joking. To be
Yeah.
honest.
I don't know. I want to get like I think I want to. I love making music. Basically, I love being able to put words together and make it sound fucking good. You know, like writing rap music is fucking awesome. You know, when you come up with that perfect word, you know, with that perfect verse, it fucking feels good. Like when I was sitting in Evan and Dabney's apartment and I wrote my verse to fucking these bars and I
Yeah.
fucking put it together, I was like, holy shit.
That's another one I'm pretty proud of too. And I think what beat did we actually use for that?
I don't fucking know. Evan has it. Evan picked the beat. Like he said, I want to do a song to this beat, and nobody was feeling it at first.
Actually, I think it's I think hold on, I might look it up and see what it is for sure. But I think it's Tyga Stimulate.
Really?
I think. But Evan said he liked that beat, and we were like, yeah, we could fucking do it. We found a fucking instrumental to it, and we went at it.
Fucking hit it hard, dude. I love my verse in that, and it's my best verse I've ever written,
Yeah.
and it still stands up to this as my favorite song I think that we've made because of that. I've not been able to write something so perfect, in my eyes, anyways, since then. But our music, fucking like I love like I don't know. That's the one.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Stimulated by Tyga.
Nice.
It's a pretty good song
That's a
too.
fucking killer beat.
That's the one he talks about Kylie Jenner about being underage and shit. It's
Yeah.
pretty risque song.
Pretty risque, pretty risky song as well. What music you been listening to though? Like what do we think about that listening?
To be honest, I've been listening to a lot of older stuff. But of course I'm always doing that. But here recently, as far as new music goes, I've been listening to a lot of that new Mickey Avalon album. And to be honest, when I first heard it before we even went to the concert, I was like, okay, well it's okay, it's okay, but you know, not like his older stuff. But the more you listen to it, the more it's fucking good.
Yeah,
dude.
Johnny Come Lately.
Johnny Come Lately.
That's my
I really
favorite
like
one.
the song "Let's Go," which I feel is probably an underrated one. But
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a lot of different good songs on there. So you know, if any of you guys listening even know who Mickey Avalon is, or you just know because we talk about him, you should check his new album out because it's pretty good. But I mean, I've been listening to a lot of different stuff. Been listening to for some reason I've been on a Biggie Smalls kick, which I mean it's never a bad day to listen to Biggie Smalls, but I've been on a kick on that, so I've been listening to him a lot here lately.
Yeah.
So I mean, I just listen to. I go through moods where I listen to different artists and I just play the shit out of all their songs.
Yeah.
And then I'll go to and I'll think of another one and be like, oh, okay. Like a couple months ago, it was like Hall & Oates. Fucking that. I looked up
God
every
damn.
single song with Hall & Oates I could and just fucking played it over and over again.
Yeah, I go through phases with music. Like, I'll love a genre 1 month or like 1 week, and then the next week I'll move to another one. You know, like I changed my interest so much. Like I love music in all genres. Like I fucking love some country music, and I fucking love rap music. I love a lot of rock music, and I even like some bluegrass music.
Yeah.
Not really. I don't fucking like
I
bluegrass.
have a
music.
lot of different music
Unless
tastes.
it's the Wagon Yard.
What about Wagon Wheel?
That's a good one.
Good old Crow Medicine Show.
Yeah, not fucking Darius fucking Rucker.
Yeah, do that. Don't
Fuck
even-
you,
don't
Hootie
even
and the
get me-
Blowfish.
Yeah, don't get me started on that asshole.
God damn it! Like he's like Kid Rock in that respect. He can't fucking stay in one genre. God damn it! Like why you got to
Hey,
go to every genre?
Kid Rock. If you guys never heard his earlier stuff when he was a rapper, Yodeling in the Valley.
There you go.
Check that shit out.
YouTube that one, buddy. That's a good one. But I've been listening to, like, I've been hitting up the old stuff, man. Like a lot of old stuff. I fucking shared a video pimping all over the world with fucking
Yeah, that's a
Ludacris
fucking
in
good
the
song,
in
man.
the messenger yesterday, and I'd forgotten how great that song is. Like the beat is phenomenal, and it's fucking really good. I must listen to it at least 4 times yesterday. But I've been liking like a lot of this new Bruno Mars album, dude. And like Bruno Mars has always made catchy music, but I think this stuff has like been the most catchy stuff that he's made in a long time.
Yeah,
Like
Bruno Mars is always hit and miss for me, but you always seem to like him a lot.
yeah, I mean, dude's got a good voice. Like he's got a good voice, and he makes a lot of upbeat stuff. Like he makes some of that depressing kind of sad stuff too. But for the most part, he makes a lot of stuff that's like really catchy and it like makes you feel good when you listen to it. Like 24 Karat Magic, that's a good one. He made this song recently. His newest single, I think, is That's What I Like. I think is what the song's called.
I actually like
I
that
fucking
one.
love that song, dude.
Yeah.
I bump it every day in the car. But when he did that, I mean, it wasn't his song, but he did Uptown Funk with Mark Ronson, I think is what the guy's name was. That's a freaking good song. So yeah, I mean, that's my music taste as of now. I'm really into that. I don't know, I want to say like it's not like really rap, but more of like a poppy kind of thing. Like this week, I've been listening to a lot of pop music. I did dip into some rock music last night though. Hailstorm is one of my favorite rock bands. A female lead singer in Hailstorm.
Yeah.
She's really good though. Freaking scream her ass off and it sounds amazing. But Incubus is a band that it'll go down probably as my second favorite band. My first slot has always been taken up by Theory of a Dead Man. It's my favorite rock band of all time. For a long time, it was 3 Days Grace, but then Adam Gontier left 3 Days Grace, and they got the lead singer of My Darkest Days, and I want to just be like, fucking sing Porn Star Dancing, because that's the only fucking song you had. Like, so I don't much care for them anymore, but Theory of a Dead Man is number one, Incubus is number two. So I've been dipping into some rock music. Next week, or maybe the end of this week, I'm probably going to like shift my interest back to rock music for a little while. It's just really whatever I'm feeling at the time. My fucking music on my phone never stays the same for more than a week because I always take stuff off and put stuff back on. So I mean that's the old music in a nutshell. Hey dude, let's talk about revisiting those old games because we just not yet we haven't today because we're recording this on Friday to be released on Saturday. But at 1:00 today, Friday, we'll be releasing Pit Fighter video. Yeah. You guys won't know it early because this is being released after. But we had this idea of playing some older games on the channel, and honestly, like I'm a huge retro gamer. Like I love all the consoles. Every console that I've ever played, I've pretty much found something that I love about it. Now I have a huge retro game collection. We thought it'd be cool to dip into those retro games and play a little bit. Some new stuff, not new stuff, but some well-known stuff and some really obscure stuff, some infuriating stuff.
Yeah, definitely some infuriating stuff.
Yeah, but we're finding it out that it's pretty badass.
Yeah, and I think we had talked about maybe doing that for the Friday video because as you guys know, we really haven't nailed down a Friday and Sunday video yet.
Yeah.
But so we talked about maybe doing it on Fridays. So that could be cool. And then Sundays, we still have no idea. But so we thought maybe doing retro games on Friday would be a cool idea. So
yeah, but we found out though. Like, I mean, I'm remembering anyways how many great games there are from the past. From game. You move on. You always want to move on to that next big game that you're going to play for months on end. But you kind of forget about the games from the past. So like, let's think about some games from the 360 back, games that you can think of that like really freaking hold your attention forever. And you play the shit out of them. I'm thinking like, obviously Halo Reach was a big one. I'm thinking Fable 1.
Yeah.
Like I spent a shitload of time on Fable 1 on the Xbox.
Yeah, there's all the Fables are good. I mean, there's so many good games, like older games. So, and we love all games. We're not gonna just play one certain type of game. So we love all of them. And so we thought maybe having a certain day for you can expect like a retro game or like an older game that might be cool. So let us know what you think about that. If we should do that on Friday, or or if it's a good idea, but maybe not Friday. Just let us know what you think. But right now, that's the plan. I think we're going to try to do that.
So let's reflect on the channel, dude. What do you think about this week in Juicebox history?
I mean, we're making progress. So that's all you can do, right?
Yeah.
All you can do is try to keep making progress. We're trying to figure out still we're trying to figure out a way to market the channel. But not that we're not happy with the growth we're having, because it's great. You know, any growth is great.
Yeah.
But
I'm happy where the channel's going, honestly.
Yeah, me too. But we're just trying to figure out a way, maybe some ideas. We're always brainstorming for ideas to try to market the channel. So, of course, if you guys have any ideas, just let us know down in the comments, and we'll read them. We read every comment, and most of the time we reply to every comment.
Yeah.
So, and we're super grateful you guys even take time to comment on anything.
Yeah. So I found out something that I didn't realize until yesterday. On Wednesday's video, all right, I uploaded the old Zelda Breath of the Wild, and when I uploaded that, I put the thumbnail on. I didn't realize that my freaking program automatically changed the thumbnail text. I didn't realize it until yesterday, or not even yesterday. It was like this morning. I usually use the AR Christie for the name, for Juicebox Hero's name. But I ended up looking at it, and it's like some fucking weird ass text
breaking up the branding. Dude.
What's weird? What's weird is if I go back onto the program, it's AR Christie. It's like when I saved it, like when I took the snapshot of the picture. It's like it changed it on its own. But if I go back in it now,
it's a ghost.
It's back to normal. It's almost like YouTube changed that shit.
That's weird.
I mean, I don't think they did.
No.
But it's just weird that it would change that.
Shit.
No. I mean, I'll probably just change it and upload another thumbnail so that when people go back and look in the playlist, they can see a little bit of continuity going on.
Dude, I tell you what, I spent an hour and a half on the thumbnail for Pit Fighter. So
how was that?
It was okay. It was just figuring. I'm figuring out Photoshop a lot more.
Yeah.
So the more I figure out, of course, the faster it goes. Same with editing. You know.
Yeah.
The more you figure out, the more tricks and tips, the faster you can edit stuff.
Yep.
So it's getting faster. But yeah, I spent an hour and a half on it just because I thought I had this idea. Right. I was like, okay, I'm gonna make it happen. So I did make it happen, and I like how it turned out. So hopefully you guys like it. You know.
Yeah.
If you guys even give enough of a shit to even look at the thumbnail before you click on it, just give her a lick.
Yeah. Give her a lick.
Give
her a lick, yeah. See, I'm a little bit of a po-folk. I don't have that Photoshop, but my editing software, I use Power Director 14. I need to upgrade to Power Director 15 or 16, but I have the ability to create thumbnails like Photoshop, but with all of the video tricks. Like I have all the video editing things to my advantage when I make a thumbnail, which is awesome because there's a lot of stuff you can do with it.
It's pretty smart, actually, the way you do it.
Yeah, I kind of figured it out on accident one day, but I like making thumbnails, and thumbnails are one of those things on the channel that make a lot of people click on videos.
Yeah,
like you put titties in a thumbnail, click on it, easy click.
So we had knockers in the thumbnail. Germander episode.
Yeah, but the thumbnail is eye catching, and you got to make the colors pop. You got to make things look appealing to click on, because I've always heard that the two things get clicks, and the thumbnail gets clicks, the time code gets clicks, and the sound quality of the video keeps people there.
Yeah.
So that's what I've always stuck on really hard, is that making sure that those three things are good. So like I always take time to make the colors perfect on the thumbnails. That way they look appealing. I think we've had some pretty damn good thumbnails though. For the most part, I like all of them. I'd
say we're pretty damn good at thumbnail.
We're fucking A- to solid A quality, bro. Like fucking golden grams.
Which I think it helps too, because we always try to use bright colors if we can, just because that goes with our branding that we try to use.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and like our logo. Our logo has a lot of bright colors in the juice boxes and stuff, so we try to match it to it. So I think that helps us. It makes it eye popping when you look at it.
Yeah. So. Let's talk about how fucking nice it is to be like weeks ahead. In
we're fucking
footage.
Yeah, we actually. So our first week, everybody, people that stuck around for that, you saw that we had a little gap of no gameplay recorded because Cody got sick. But now we're fucking ahead of the game, and it feels great.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, all we gotta do is, we make sure we have time to record stuff. So we're like today, we're recording a little bit today. This is just a little bit extra recording, and tomorrow we're recording as long as we can. We're gonna get up real early and record as long as we can, and get all kinds of stuff done. That way, all we gotta do is worry about editing and uploading.
Yep.
So I mean, it feels good, and I'm really liking this whole YouTube thing. Of course, you had background in it with
Yep.
your channel, but I've never have, and I'm really enjoying it. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun actually seeing you guys want to see stuff. Which I mean, honestly, it's fucking fantastic the amount of views we get. I mean, we're fucking averaging like 30 views on a video with like 39 subscribers right now.
Yeah.
Today. So I mean, that's fucking great, guys.
Yeah, which is
we really
badass.
appreciate it. So I mean, it's been a lot of fun. Having a lot of fun with it, and I can't wait to see it grow more. So
Yeah, we're staying on that grind, man. The daily uploads help,
yeah,
a lot. A lot of people like seeing daily uploads, and I'm glad we decided to do daily instead of, every other day.
yeah,
Every other day would be nice for the editing side of things, but like I said, as long as we keep ourselves ahead of the game as far as gameplay recordings go, as long as we have recordings, there's no freaking reason why, you can't put a video out every day. It's easy, and I don't want to say it's like, I don't want to discredit the fact that, it's difficult to make sure that the video is going every day, but you could sit down, if you have a few hours to spare in a day, you can edit 2 videos, 3 videos maybe. In 5 hours, you could have 2 or 3 videos edited, ready to go. And that way, you're a few days ahead of schedule. It feels great,
Yeah, it
to
does.
already have the video schedule uploaded, ready to go.
and I think it makes it a lot easier too. We might want to say that because it's 2 of us. For a daily uploader for like one person.
Oh yeah, it
and
must suck ass.
Yeah,
Like-
especially if they like have jobs like we do. Like if they're not trying to do it full time.
Yeah,
I mean that must suck.
yeah.
but-
That'd be the dream, man. Full-time YouTube. Can you imagine that?
Of course, that's a dream. I mean, that's the end goal, right?
Yeah, could you imagine that
So-
shit? That'd be fucking fantastic.
So, but but we're happy. We're happy with the growth. As long as I always, me and Cody always talk about it, and we're always saying, as long as we have, as long as we're making progress,
Yeah.
and we're happy. We're happy as we can be with the progress we've gotten so far, and as long as we're making progress, then
Yeah,
we're good.
We're gonna
We're
keep
good.
fucking going.
Golden grams.
You gotta treat it like your child. You gotta grow your child into a nice, well respected adult,
Right.
and that's what we're doing. Except we're not becoming adults because we're childish as
Yeah.
fuck.
And say dick jokes and
Yeah, lots of dick jokes.
Yeah,
That's a
lot of-
necessity.
a lot of absurd
Yeah.
things.
And another one.
Yeah, a lot of DJ Khaled
Yeah,
references.
a lot of DJ Khaled references. But man, this has been one riveting hour with the Juicebox Heroes.
Mhm.
I'm glad you guys could stop by. It's definitely appreciated if you make it to the end of the video. I know it's hard. I know it's hard with these podcasts. You don't want to make it to the end, but maybe while you're driving to your shitty job that you hate so much,
Yeah.
you can throw this bad boy on in the car.
Just listen to 2 assholes talk
Yeah.
about random shit.
Yeah, I mean that's the life. That's what I want to do with my life. But hey guys, I'm Cody,
And I'm Parker.
and we are the Juicebox Heroes, and we're gonna catch you motherfuckers next week on podcast number 5.
To your mother.
Bitches.
Cause we're the Juice Box Heroes with straws in our eyes.
Wait, what?
Juice Box Heroes.